Well, g'day there traders and friends right around the world. It is James here on behalf of Pivot Point Trading, bringing you this special weekend market update. If you haven't watched the previous video, which I put out on Thursday afternoon, please do so. It's really going to give you a better understanding of what is going on with the Dow Jones Industrial Average and how our outlook, how my own personal opinion has changed with and in conjunction with the overall movements given to us by the market, or in other words, what the price action is actually doing, not only on the Dow Jones Industrial Average, but also on the S&P and the NASDAQ. What I can say right now is that in regards to the NASDAQ, a pretty monumental type of level we've closed at on Friday. It is the highest close that we've ever seen on the NASDAQ. It's not the highest intraday move that we have seen. However, this red line on my chart, about 5,137, was the intraday high back in the year 2000. We're very, very close to that. As you can see, we closed at 5,092. So within, arm's distance of the absolute all-time high. It wouldn't surprise me to see the NASDAQ push up on a little bit higher, but then to really slow down at this level. In the past, when markets have pushed up to all-time highs, it's really been a 50-50 on whether they actually slow down at resistance or if they just break out and continue. So you can see that, look, if we get above 5,158, I'd feel a lot more comfortable and confident in placing a wide-ranging scope of bullish trades on NASDAQ-listed stocks. We've got Apple reporting earnings on Monday, and I really feel as though how Apple goes, so will the market. Apple's renowned for really driving markets. And at the moment, a lot of tech companies, or the overall type of movement seen or earnings, I guess, listed on the markets or earnings for those tech companies have been largely underwhelming. And it's as if, a lot of people, a lot of investors, a lot of market participants at least, are really looking for Apple to push the market and to really grind this market higher. Time will tell. We'll see how Monday's price action really moves. The purpose for this video, however, is that we've got a really good week ahead of us in regards to trading. It has been a testing period for swing traders. The last 6 weeks or so, or 4 weeks, have been really, really hard price action. What I mean by that is that we've been really bound by declining areas of resistance. You can see that the selling pressure is becoming more aggressive at lower areas, and the actual buying support is becoming more aggressive at high areas. You can see how we're sort of getting towards this symmetrical triangle right here. Every little minor movement we see is becoming smaller and smaller, and the trading behavior, or the trading swings, the market swings, are really becoming less and less for a lot of listed stocks. What the good news is that we've got an absolute plethora, of bidirectional trade setups on our top 13 individual trade list. We've got stocks which are in wedges. We have stocks which are in symmetrical triangles. We have stocks which are in bull flags. We have stocks which are in bear flags. It's really, we've got gap and go trades on listed stocks. Amazon and Google for that matter, really good gap and go trades. We've got so many open orders moving into the week in regards to legitimate trades. We just know that this week is going to give us action. It's been, a market most recently where you've really had to pick and choose the stocks which you do want to trade if in fact they are worthy of your money, if they are worthy of your capital, based on the overall market movement. But given that the NASDAQ at least is starting to push up above resistance, and we have the Dow Jones at least moving into the apex of this symmetrical triangle, and we know that eventually, this market has to break one direction or another, and we've got all of these, contingents open on various stocks which are going to capture the movement in the markets. I'm under the influence that finally this upcoming week will be different. The week beginning, Monday the 27th will be different, and I hope it is. At the end of this week, this upcoming week, Friday week, it will be the 1st of May. So it is a little bit scary. We'll essentially be rounding out the first third of the year 2015. And looking at where the markets have gone or where they haven't gone, it's entirely realistic to say that, look, there hasn't been, first of all, it hasn't been a great trending market. The only time that we've had a really good trending period, or at least a multi-week trending period, has been that one rally during the month of February. The entire month of February was up. But since then, even the month of January was choppy. You can see this if my pen tool wants to work. You can see right here it's been choppy. You can see the month of March has been, again, whipsaw heaven, and so has the month of April. It really feels as though this is the month that will break it. It really feels that May is going to be the month which snaps us out of resistance, or we snap down below support and we get some commitment one direction or another. A lot of these stocks are poised to move. We've got stocks making double tops as well that are sitting on the neckline. We've got stocks breaking out of long-term accumulation zones which are going up and filling gaps. There is an absolute plethora of trades that we've just covered in that pro analysis workshop. pardon me, it is up online at the website the website is actually pivotpoint-trading.com. Please have a look at it. This class went for over 1 hour and 15 minutes this weekend, and it's a great resource at least to find out more about how to actually set trades up as a swing trader and knowing when and when not to trade and how these things all flow together to give you a really good outlook, a forward outlook for the next 5 days on the US market. So I'll leave it at that in this particular YouTube update. Outside of that, I don't think I have any housekeeping. Actually, I've got one piece of housekeeping which I'd like to share. What I've realized is that since sending out a lot of emails to a lot of people, I believe Gmail has actually changed some of their filters on incoming mail under Gmail listed accounts. Even personally, when I was sending mail from my business email to even me, it was ending up in my trash or in my spam folder, and I hadn't changed any of the settings whatsoever. So I think it's an issue on Google's end. Please check that box, the trash box or the spam box, and then add me as a contact. I know it doesn't sound the greatest saying, look, add me as a contact, but it alleviates the problem. I did my research, and what I did on my own personal account, which a lot of people have because I've sent some emails from that account also, is that if you just add me as a contact, that will just fix the problem. Because when I sent out those emails last weekend, people still hadn't seen it since, Sunday or Monday. And I had to go back in and send them all again, other emails from my personal account saying, look, check this box. And it turns out that this is where the email has ended up in. So I just wanted to say, look, add me as a contact and that will alleviate the problem moving forward. But the majority of people, it was no problem whatsoever. I just found that with some Gmail accounts that it's, for whatever reason, updated and it's threw a spanner in the works last week. Have a great weekend anyway. If you have any questions, please email me success@pivotpoint-trading.com. Schedule a call with me as well, and I can answer any questions which you have in regards to the overall analysis or the movements in the markets. If you want to give me your opinion, your outlook on the markets, that would be great. I get people sending me their resources all the time saying, look, check this out, check that out. And I respond and let them know how I feel about whatever it is they sent me. But outside of that, just if you can take one thing away from this, use it as a learning resource, a very powerful learning resource that it is. On that note, I will say goodbye, and this will be the goodbye for the weekend. I'll see you next week for some more market updates, and very interested to see in particular what the NASDAQ does at these all-time highs and how the result of Apple earnings are on Monday in the post-market or in the after-hours markets. We'll see what on earth is occurring with Apple earnings. Have a great weekend, everyone. I'll see you next week. Have a look at Pro if you get the time. All the best. Goodbye.